Oh, shit. Here come Debo. Give me your stuff.
Oh, shit. Known for jacking the nigga. That's all he do.
That's right. That's right. That's all I do. What up, y'all? It's your boy Debo with Debo's Picks. Sorry I was MIA yesterday. Didn't put out any videos. I did make picks. I just didn't have the time. I got a lot of things going on in my crib. Just to recap, on the video I put out on Monday for my picks, I had Domingo Germán going over 5 strikeouts. The dude finished with 1. I actually tuned into that game, even though I'm not a Yankee fan. I like to get a feel for certain players so I can see if this is somebody I could go back to the well with. And he pitched against my Mets the previous start. He had 7 strikeouts and 4 innings of work. And I'm like, damn, and my Mets don't strike out a lot. I'm like, damn, like he's back to his form where he's a strikeout pitcher. I'm like, okay. Now he's going against the Mariners, who are more prone to striking out than the Mets. I think they were 12th in the league in strikeouts as a team. And his pitch count was going to go up, which it did. It went to 90. Terrible game, man. They knew he was throwing. The announcers even said that he was tipping his pitches. But regardless, man, 90 pitches, 1 strikeout against a team. Terrible, man. So that was that. And we paired him up with Andrew Heaney from the Dodgers. The dude did his thing. He had 5.5. His line was set at 5.5. He hit 7. So we hit the over on that. Unfortunately, with Domingo Germán shit in the bed, we weren't able to get that money. However, I did make a late night pick, and I paired Andrew Heaney up with Senzatella. He's a Rockies pitcher. And Heaney, obviously, like we said, he went over his 5.5. And Senzatella's line was set at 3 for strikeouts. I took the over on that. He finished with 5. So I ended up winning my money back plus a little extra change. So I finished in the black on Monday. And then yesterday's picks, I played 2 separate pairs of player prop bets. So the first one was Yu Darvish because it was a Taco Tuesday for him. His line was set at 7 strikeouts over under. It dropped down to 5.5. So I jumped on that. And if y'all know what you're doing, jump on it, man. Because Yu Darvish he's good for at least 6, like almost every start. So 5.5 was dropping the bucket. He obviously hit that. He actually finished at 7. So if you missed the Taco Tuesday, you took his opening line at 7. You didn't lose, you pushed, but obviously you'd rather win. So 5.5, got that one. And I paired him up with, what's his name? Ryan Feltner. He finished with 3 strikeouts. I had the under. His line was set at 4. So he finished with 3. Paired him up with you on the over. Got the dub on that one. So that was gravy. Then my other pick was Cole Irving from the A's. His line was set at 4. I picked the over on that. He just finished with 4, so that was a push. And I paired him up with Spencer Howard from the Rangers. And I had the under 4Ks. He finished with 3. So I got the push. And then winning with Spencer Howard hitting under the 3. Still won money. Didn't win all of it, but I did win. So overall, from Monday up until this morning, before I give you my picks for today, I'm 4-1 with my bets. And as far as my picks, individually, I'm 5-1. So let's keep that rolling today. Now, I did have my 2 players I was going to give you, but the lines changed right before I started this video. So with that said, I was going to go back to the well with my boy Martine Perez and for the Rangers. His line opened up at 5. I woke up at 6:30. I rolled out of bed. I crunched the numbers, all that jazz, and it was just a drop in the bucket. At worst, he finishes with 5 as a push. So I jumped on that, and I paired him with, what's that guy's name? Hold on, let me check real quick. Sorry, guys, like I said, I'm freestyling this. Let me just check real quick. All right. Let's see. I paired him with Mike Minor from the Reds. His line was set at 5. I'm like, what the hell? This guy's line, he sucks. Anyway, Mike Minor's line is set at 5. I took the under on that one. I think Vegas has it at 4.5, and it's not even favored to go over 4.5. So I took the 5 and the under with that. So I think that one's a great pick. If it hasn't changed right now, I'm pretty sure it's going to drop to 4.5. So if it hasn't, jump on it. So I would not touch Martine Perez now. He's at 5.5. 5 is just so sweet for him because he's going to get the 5, and that's a push. So you're not losing. It's all about not losing. All right. It's not about how much you can win. It's about how less you can lose. So you got to lessen your chances of losing. And I love Martine Perez, man. Is my guy that I like to go back to the well with because his lines are generally set low and he strikes out like as far 5 and up. It's double digits in regards to his starts, like maybe 12, 14, 15, I think it's 15 out of 20 starts he's pitched. He had 5 or more strikeouts. Like that shit is awesome. That ratio is crazy, dude. So especially as a team that can strike out, you got to take Martine Perez. His line for some reason in Prizepicks always set low, and I'm not complaining. Keep doing your thing, Prizepicks. I'm with you on it, you know. But now it's set at 5.5. I don't know about that. I'm not warm and fuzzy because I can't guarantee. I should say guarantee. I just don't feel as confident with him getting 6 as I do him getting at least 5. So forget about Martine Perez. We'll come back to him next time around when it's every fifth game he starts just like every other pitcher. So we'll come back to him next week. So I paired him up with Mike Minor, but again, it's pointless, you guys. I won't advise you to take Martine Perez. So anyway, so going back to Mike Minor, if it's still at 5, I would take that and pair it up with the likes of Shane Bieber from the Guardians. His pitcher fan score set at 40.5. I'll take the over on that. Going against the team he's slated for, it's a W. It's a great opportunity for W. Quality start. I think his line for strikeouts is set at 7. I think it opened up at 6.5. It doesn't matter. Whatever. It's gravy. Either or. So that only adds to his fantasy score. So I think he finishes in the mid 40s, maybe even in the low 50s. So that would be my bet. Would be Mike Minor and Shane Bieber. I feel really good about both bets. And I also wouldn't mind taking a look at Chris Bassett. His pitch fan score set at 38.5. If you know about the Met game yesterday, as you can see, I am a Mets fan. My boy Jacob, Big Jake Degrom, he did his thing. He pitched 5 innings, struck out 6. They pulled him, obviously, because they're just trying to bring him back slowly. We really need him for that playoff push anyways. But after they took him out, the bullpen for the Mets blew it. The Nationals just went ham on him, hitting the ball out of the ballpark. And the Mets took a loss. But the point is, the Nationals blew their load. They're not that kind of team. They're not an offensive juggernaut. They lost their best player, as you know, to the Padres and Juan Soto. So I would take Chris Bassett to get the dub, the quality start, at least get 5 strikeouts, if not 6. His pitcher strikeout prop bet set at 5.5. I don't love it as much as I do his pitcher fantasy score because you get those bonus points, quality start, the W. Plus, he can strike out people. He's a good strikeout pitcher, decent, I should say. So I would take the 5 if it was 5 even, but at 5.5, I wouldn't touch it. Not to say he can't get 6 or 7, but the Nationals, they may suck. They are the new minor league team of the major leagues now that Juan Soto's gone. They don't strike out a lot. They just hit a lot of soft bullshit, ground balls and little pop-ups. But yesterday, they were on one yesterday, man. That was it. They were on one. Once you remove Jake Degrom and you put a reliever in, the drop-off from that is like, it's bad. It's really, you're setting up the relievers for failure because now they go from pitching, going against a stud like Jake, and then you got these bum-ass relievers that we have, which I don't know why we didn't get in the trading deadline, but that's another story for another day. That's like me throwing out there, like, yo, this guy is like throwing lollipops. We're just going to bomb him now. We're getting a guy throwing 102 miles per hour. Now we're getting this bum who's just laying the ball out of the plate. We're gonna take some batting practice out here. So I don't expect that to happen today. I expect Bassett to go 7 innings, something like that, and shut these guys down. So I wouldn't hate you if you do 3, but my deal is 2 players because obviously the risk is lower if you do 2 player prop bets and the win is lower. But again, it's all about being in the black. So, but if y'all want to switch out Bieber for Bassett, I'm good either way. To be honest with you, if you want to do a 3-player pick with Minor under his 5 strikeout prop bet, and Bieber over his fantasy score and Bassett over his fantasy score, I ain't mad at you. Go for it. You want to flex it? Do that too. I'm not big on flexing 3. I like to flex 5. That's where I feel like your money's worth. You flex 5, throw $10. You potential to win 100. If you hit 4, you double your money. You know what I mean? It's a safe bet. If you hit 3, I think it's like, if you put $10, like $4. But whatever. Yeah, you're not losing completely. And not like, that's the difference between me and some other people out there that are doing these videos for Prizepicks. Like there's one guy, I'm not going to mention his name. And everybody, listen, by all means, I'm not hating on nobody. Do your thing. But I just don't like the way they paint the picture for some of us. You know what I'm saying? Because they can suck you right in. You thinking big money. You know what I'm saying? You thinking that money's going to get you a Benz or a BM and all that. It's not. You know what I'm saying? These guys have the money to dump. So you see these guys doing 2-player picks, but they dumping like, they're not telling you. Sometimes they don't even tell you how much they're dumping. But they're dumping a lot of money because they're already getting the advertisements. They're getting paid by the sponsors like Prizepicks or FanDuel or whatever. They're getting a little side money. So they got that money to just burn. And they can sleep at night if they lose. You know what I'm saying? So not saying that their picks aren't wrong. Their picks are, they're breaking it down on spreadsheets. And I do the same damn thing. I just don't put it on the video. Like, I don't want to bore you guys with all that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to, I do all the work and I just spit it out to you. And you guys make do with, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's the way I do it. And I do $20, $25 bets, $10 bets. I don't do 300 and 500. Like that one guy, he just like does his thing and he's like, he shows you his bankroll, what he's got in the bank. But how true is that? You know what I'm saying? And that's not real money. That's play money for them, man. That shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're just regular Joes out here just trying to get a little extra change in our pockets. And that's what I'm here for, man. So that's the difference between me and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be real. That's pretty much it. I was going to do a 5-player deal, but Martine Perez screwed that up. But just to give you a heads up of what I was looking at as far as the 4 players, I'll give them to you. And if you want to add a 5th player that you love, you feel warm and fuzzy about, then you can add them on. But here's a little bonus for you. I got Sandy Alcantara. His strikeout prop bet was originally set at 6.5. Now it's at 7. Vegas had the line set at 7.5 over under. I think it was favoring the under at 7.5. I would take the 7 and the over. At worst, he can push. I would take Chris Bassett over fantasy score of 38.5. I would take Shane Bieber's fantasy score over 40.5. And I would take Mike Minor, the pitcher for the Reds, under his 5 strikeout prop bet. So that's 4 players. Obviously, Martine Perez would have been my 5th. I was just going to give you all that for a bonus, but Martine Perez screwed that up. They bumped this line up to 5.5. So if y'all want to feel like throwing somebody else in there that you love, go for it. If you want to do it, just throw like $10 on it and see what happens. But as far as my 2-player picks, it's Mike Minor with Chris Bassett fantasy score. And Mike Minor under strikeout prop bet of 5. Or I'm saying Mike Minor under 5 and Shane Bieber over 40.5. So either or, you could flip-flop them. But Mike Minor's got to be paired with one of those guys. That's just my take on it. Hopefully it didn't move during this video. As far as Mike Minor's line, hopefully it didn't drop to 4.5. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't feel as warm and fuzzy about it. But anyway, this is my longest video because I had to kind of explain everything from Monday to yesterday and now today. So it's kind of like a 3-day deal. But anyway, best of luck, everybody. Holla at your boy. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Keep getting me up. I'm trying to get out there. But anyway, best of luck. See you on the next one. Peace.